Hello, Stampin' Friends. This is Becky Hahn at Becky's Stampin' Studio in Davenport, Iowa. And today I'm doing a virtual fun fold class. This is the first card. It's called a pop-up flip card. I was going to do this class in person, but the products I'm using, i.e. the Butterfly Bijou, are no longer available and will not be. So I had to kind of redesign the class, and I'm putting it on as a video so you can either get the supplies and do it along with me, do it at a later time, and stop and go. I think this is a fold I was not familiar with, and I sat down to do a few more, and it's really fun. It's now kind of one of my go-to cards at the moment. This is the one that I did originally for the class, and this uses the Butterfly Bijou paper and the butterfly. And what happens is when, I've got a little Velcro dot here, is when you open it up, it pops up. It jiggles. It's just really, see, there's the mechanism, and it bounces around. So it's called a pop-up flip. Very easy to do. So if you're wanting to do this with me, or it is listed over my blog. You can search for it. All the directions and supplies are there. Otherwise, I can give this to you. You need a half a sheet of cardstock of your choice. I'm going to slide this over a bit. You need a pop-up that's the same color, that's cut 3 by 4. You need another mechanism, little piece that's 3/4 by 2 1/4. And you need a piece of Designer Series paper, and I would suggest just one layer for this front, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. And I forgot to cut the white piece for my center. So while you're writing all that down, or the inside, I'll quickly cut a piece of white. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm a little off my game. Hope to do more. Hopefully, maybe even alive. Right now I'm taping. Okay, and then you need one for your inside. You need shape dies, which are leaving. I'm using a lot of the stitched shaped dies. Right now, I think they are still available to order, but they are leaving the end of this month. And then you'll need a strong tape, like the Terran tape, which is also retiring, or the Seal Plus, which is what I'll be using. All right? So, to begin, I am using my favorite Snailed It stamp set. I'm going to lift this up just a bit. My favorite Snailed It stamp set. I've cut out a couple of the mushrooms this time, so this gives me a little different look. And as you could see, I'm using the pink piece with the mushrooms on it. So you're going to start with your base. In this case, I've got Pool Party. And you want to fold it in half and burnish this, crease it, whatever you like to call it, well. Then you're going to take your DSP and you're going to place adhesive only around the outside edges. And you'll see why in a minute. Again, I like to use my 5 swipe rule. And yes, I am still using my snail and down the sides. You want to leave the center open for our opening that we're going to then kind of disassemble and reassemble again. Does that make sense? So you're going to put that on there like this. Then you're going to open it up. I'm using the oval. I found out the pop-up part of this really works best with the oval, and I'll show you a couple other suggestions. Because the washi tape wants to stick, I'm going to remove this piece in the center so you can go ahead and stick some of the washi tape so the oval doesn't move when I run it through the Big Shot. Magnetic plates, when you get the new catalog, you'll notice that neither the magnetic plate for the Stampin' Cut and Emboss for the small or the large is available, so they must still be having issues. I don't usually cut ahead of time. I usually cut ahead of time. This one, I wanted to show this to you, so I'm going to run this through my machine, and while I do that, two of those pieces we're going to have to score. So these are the scoring measurements if you want to jot those down, or again, you can get the directions off my blog for the butterfly. Those are just the general instructions. Okay, we'll pull this back out again. So I've cut my oval. I'm going to pop this out, and it will cut well through two pieces. The reason we didn't put adhesive here in the center is we need an opening, and we need just the cardstock piece. Your Designer Series piece, you can do whatever you want with later. Okay, so you just discard that. And actually, you'll see on one of the cards, I did recut this. Okay, so right now, we have a card front with a hole in it and an extra piece. So now we're going to place that white piece, if that's the best base color for the inside of your card. Again, I do 4 corners and down the center. I'm trying to use a color that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so now that's all in there and ready to go. We're going to take the 3x4 inch piece that you cut, and you can take a score pal or whatever you like to do to score with, but we're going to score this. Get your cutting blade out of the way. We're going to score this. Kind of bring this back in here. We're going to score it at 1 inch. My scoring blade is not sitting down completely for some reason. There it goes. So we're going to score it 1 inch. And we're going to slide over and do 2 inches. And slide it down once more. And 3 inches. So you have scoring for 1 inch apart. You're going to fold that in half. And really score it or burnish it, whatever you like to say. Open that up and then do each end. And do the other end. And you will eventually be making a little box. And this is what your pop-up mechanism is. Okay? So now we're going to take that and make it flat. The open ends are whichever side, but this is the 1 inch piece with the open end that we're going to work with first using your tear tape, or I have my Seal Plus. Seal Plus is very, very strong. You're going to put some strong adhesive along that cut edge. Okay, by that I mean, you know, this open edge here. You're going to go back to your actual card. You're going to keep that adhesive right side up, put that cut edge along the fold, center it between your oval, and close. And it doesn't look like I have it real centered. Yay! Okay. Then you're going to fold it open. Again, fold it in half. You're going to put adhesive along that cut line. Again, this is the open side. Now you're going to close the back side, give it a good press, and voila, you have your mechanism. Okay, this is the pop-up part of your card. Okay, cool. Now you're going to take this little 3/4 by 2 1/4 inch piece. Should have done this at the same time. You'll want to do that. And I'm going to score it at, cutting blade out of the way, score it at 1 inch. Okay, so that when you fold this in half, okay, when you fold it in half, one side is longer than the other. Can you see that? Okay, and so crease that really well. The long side is going to go down, and the short side is going to be up. You go back to your card, kind of here in the center. Put some tear tape or snail. You want it to be in the center with the cut edge along the fold you can see of this mechanism, and press. Okay. Now fold the little short end. Put adhesive, strong adhesive on that. And you're going to go back to the piece you cut out of the front. And line it up in the opening. And press. And voila, look. You're popping, you're jiggling, you're flipping. Okay, then for the rest, you have to decide how you want to finish your insert there that you cut out of the front. And for this one, I went with the next size stitched oval. And you use your favorite adhesive. And you place it in here. And now I have a mushroom card. I'm just wanting to give you the basics here. That's how quick and simple it is, ladies. You could add bows, you can add a message stamped or add it onto it, but that is how easy it goes. So let me show you some other samples. This one I already showed you, and this is just jade with the beautiful bijou. Put some words inside and a butterfly die cut. I was having problems, as you can see, with them staying closed. So I have used a little Velcro dot to keep it down. Here's the one I just did. And yes, you can crease it, but it just doesn't want to stay. So if that bothers you, that's an option. I did another oval. As you know, I love ovals. So this is done with some of the paper from Celebration, Field and Flowers. On this one, I do have a layer of white and a layer of DSP, as well as the black that I had to cut through. That's kind of tough. And so I did not use the black layer. I used the white layer for my backing. So it was cut out at the same time. And then I took the DSP, which on this one I would toss away, and went to my smaller die and just cut it again. I think this is so cute. I wish I had a little daisy to put in here, but isn't that a cheerful card? And how fun. White piece inside, so I did a white mechanism. You could have made it black. You can do whatever you want with it, but that's an oval as well. Then I saw some that were done with a circle. I love this one. This is done with the Sweet Strawberry, the Berry Blessings designer paper that some of you may have been able to get free from a Celebration and will not be probably coming back. This one, I cut out the circle from the front, tossed the little seed piece, cut two separate circles then to mount this. I love this 3-color layer that this has. This is Poppy Parade, and so I stamped and punched. The punches are still on back order, I think, till April 15th, which is getting closer. And then stamped right on the corner. And when you pop this one open, I have 2 layers inside. The circle pops pretty well. It clears pretty well when you get the mechanism going in here. And the words and the extra little blossoms are also from the Sweet Strawberry set. So there's the strawberry. I do not have these on my blog yet, but I intend to. If you need it sooner than that, let me know and I can send it off to you. Here's another one I could have done with the butterfly bundle. It's not that it's just that the papers are gone. And that's what I had done my sample with. This uses the butterfly die. The background paper is from the Peony Garden DSP. And so again, I have a white layer and a paper layer, or DSP layer, and that was not fun to cut. And then I used the white from cutting it out, tossed the petal pink. Actually, I think I cut this petal pink out of it. So you can figure out how to do it. The jewels are our new opal rounds. They're actually with the Seaside Friendship, or seashells or something. My favorite petal pink ribbon. And then when it opens, this is a little different. This one did not run the paper all the way to the crease. I cut it afterwards and boy, that one's not straight either. I guess I need to get my straight meter going a little better. And they also took this paper and put it on the top only to the mechanism or the pop-up box. You have to remember to put that on to begin with so you can cut it with your circles. And I did not. And then I was wanting to use my ice cream bundle, which I had not done. And so I punched out the ice cream cone, and I've got to show you something I didn't realize. Okay, this is that weird wonky paper that's in there. I think it's kind of large for a card, but guess what? It's awesome if you use it to punch out your ice cream scoop. Look at that. Look at all the different colors and combinations. So I punched and again, the ice cream punch, it's, I think, sooner to get here than the strawberry. But you've got the Bermuda Bays and the pool parties and the olive greens. But then there's another paper that has, I think this is Flirty Flamingo and Blackberry Bliss and Purple Posy. And look at all the different places you can find to punch. Isn't that cool? And then to add it all together, there is a brown cinnamon cider paper that looks like the cone. See, here's where I punched a cone out. The other side happens to be the ice cream cones. Very unique colors. I kind of like it. It's different from what we've had in the past. And I knew I preferred the oval because of the way it fits when you open it. I think it fits when you open it and bounces a little bit better. And so I thought, oh, I bet I can turn this. So this is a Becky original. I bet I can turn this and use my mechanism. So again, I have two layers. I have Pool Party and I have DSP. I would skip the Pool Party. It's just really, I didn't learn my lesson, I guess. And so then when you open this, that one I got centered a little bit better. This oval did come from the center here. I cut a separate white one. I do have the happy birthday. This has some awesome large greetings. Left a little room for me to write. And then I had, this ribbon is retired. It was Granny Apple and Pool Party. I just thought it really kind of tied everything together. So watch your stash, watch the clearance rack. And there you've got this one. So a pop-up flip. Let's see if I can get some of these in here. In all kinds of versions, okay? So there you have it. That's my quick virtual class for today. The pop-up flip card. I hope you'll give it a try and post anything that you have. Have a great day. Happy stamping.